been sharing baptism stories for the last few services, and we are going to hear from Jerrod Brownson today and his baptism story. So Jerrod, you want to come on up? I'm going to relinquish the microphone, sadly.
What's that?
I'm giving you the microphone, but I'm not happy about it.
Thank you, Colette. So I'm a little nervous, and I was going to start off with a joke. I told the joke to my wife, and she didn't laugh. She said, "Where's the punchline?" And I'm like, "There is no punchline." I thought it was funny. She did. So we won't worry about the joke right now. So as long as I can remember, I grew up in a very normal American 80s household. You know, mom and dad worked. We went to church every Sunday, but I wouldn't say that it was necessarily a personal experience with God. I believed all the stories. I believed in the existence of God. I believed in the Christian mythology. I believed that Jesus was the Son of God and all that. But it was never a personal. Never was a personal connection with me. But my journey really started when I met my wife. She's a very interesting person. She was a great thinker. She loved to think about deep things, and she was on a genuine journey for the truth. And while she was agnostic at the time, she was looking for the truth of the universe. And we would get in these conversations, and during the, I would tell her how I believed that God exists, but I had nothing to back it up with, because for me it was yeah, he exists, but it didn't matter to me. And when we got married, we started going to church, our first church home. We got introduced into our first small group, and it was the most amazing experience. We were put in a group with Kelly and Martin Elseroth, some of you might know, and Chris Alger, and now Chris Johnson. And they're the three of the most amazing people I've ever met. Their love for God and witnessing their personal relationship with God helped Wendy and I kind of explore the greater meaning of all this. And I was thinking about this, Jason the last few weeks has been talking about the least, the lost, and the last. And I've been thinking it through that context. And so through my 12 or 13 year journey, when we were at our first church and with our small group, I began feeling I was no longer the least, and I was no longer the last. So those were feelings that I had felt a lot in my childhood. But I still felt lost, and I couldn't explain why I felt lost. That personal connection still wasn't there with me. And then I met Jason Rates, this wonderful, funny, future second baseman of the Detroit Tigers. A very unhealthy relationship with Hootie the Blowfish. And so I heard that he was starting this church in a bar, and I'm thinking, well, this can't go anywhere good. But so 5 years later, here we are. We're Thrive. We're this motley crew of Christian believers, and it was through my experience in Thrive and my current small groups with the Howells and the Wars and the Hamlins that we've had in the past that I was able to, the personal relationships started to take hold. And so 2 Sundays ago, when Jason was talking about the least and lost the last, I felt as if God was tapping me on the shoulder and saying, you're no longer lost. And so that's how I came to make this decision today. But the best part of this decision is that I get to share it with my friend and mentor Martin Elseroth, who's been a friend and a mentor for a long time. And I didn't know he was never been baptized, and so he's going to be baptized today too. And